Okay, so, mm, mm. We are back. It has been quite the long time, about 6 months to be exact. Hmm. Yes, indubitably. Now, where has your boy been for the last 6 months? After that free run video, your boy just kind of fell off the map, which is quite normal. It's unfortunate to say, but that's kind of how it goes. Let's start at the beginning with the free run video. I kind of basically was already on the way to college. For what exactly? What am I majoring in? It's exactly what I'm doing here. Filmmaking. Oh my god, filmmaking. Ah! That's why it's a little bit better. That's why the background here has a little bit of like blur and bokeh, whatever, because I'm using an actual DSLR camera instead of my, I don't know, my microphone. Oh my goodness, my cellular device. And in all fairness, right, it does have, by technicality, a better camera, but I wanted to get my hands on a inexpensive DSLR, put some lenses on it, and so with that being said, I enrolled, into community college, studying this whole filmmaking business. Amazing, superb. I think I've gotten a lot more technical because again, like we instead of just using a shitty phone camera and just with shitty lighting. I mean, I still do have shitty lighting. I need to buy uh, light wands and all this other stuff so that way I can have like a better set, so to speak. Um, just learning the ins and out of like what makes a great film. So I've taken script writing. So this is kind of going over the fundamentals of like the whole story. Like this is basically like you know before you it's basically like art. Your script is basically your sketch and everything else is kind of like the layers in between it, your rendering, your color, and everything else. But it's a lot more complex, but that's just kind of like the basic gist of it, right? But the thing is, you need to have a good foundation. That's where your script comes from. So we learned a thing or two about that, a little bit of production management from the script writing, because our script writing teacher is a film producer as well, so she does a lot of stuff. Field production, working with cameras, lighting, learning how to like operate the boom, and which I also had an audio radio class. Yeah, I had an audio radio class that mainly focused on like booming and everything else. I don't like it personally because it's like you gotta do like this for like 10. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like I know you get used to it, but man, doing that for a minute is quite unfortunate. And then last class was just watching movies and essentially like critiquing like certain aspects of the movie that again encompassing what you learned in the other three classes. So like, oh, the lighting here was great, or oh, the script writing to me personally felt flat, and we kind of just did all the other stuff. So we watched a good amount of films. So that's basically what we've been doing as the gist of it. I've recently finished like around May, and I've actually recorded, and I'm also finished with one video. The thing is, like, I want to record this video, right? So that way I can show you all the other stuff that I've been doing, right? And you know, I'll probably release that video like maybe a week or two after this has been published. But yeah, that's kind of like just to give you an update. I honestly don't exactly know what I want to do with this channel because, again, I'm still studying this stuff, which is kind of ironic too because I unfortunately didn't take a prerequisite class, which unlocks a lot of other classes in the film department. So I have to only take one film class this entire semester. So, you know, um, I'm thinking about doing some game development. I'm also thinking about probably doing some basic economics or, basic accounting. So that way, I can cheat my way into federal taxes so I don't have to pay that. I don't know. It's one of those things where, I always kind of like dismissed college as something that's like for pretentious, annoying people. And it's kind of like that. It truly kind of is like that. But at the same time, you kind of, you know, he makes some friends along the way. That's kind of where I've been this entire time. And if you know, I'm looking this way, right? And it's mainly just to, I'll show you. Wow, look at that. You're on the big screen. I'm on the big screen. Yeah, sorry, this doesn't have autofocus. I'm running a prime lens. Oh my goodness. Look, oh my God, in focus, out of focus. Oh my God, in focus, out of focus. I don't have a focus puller, unfortunately. And again, these are prime lenses, right? We're at a 35 millimeter and we're using, I think, we're on a f-stop of like 1.4. So we're letting as much light in as possible while having our ISO at like 100. Mainly because like the lower the ISO, the sharper the image. I know like some crazy cameras can get up to like, I think like 50 ISO and then like 50,000, but those cameras cost more than like, I don't know, like 3 of our cars in the garage combined. It's crazy. Like in the first week of like school, I asked my field production professor like what would his dream camera setup be, and this motherfucker was like, oh, I just want an Arri Alexa. And I looked it up. I'm like, God damn, 300 bands. God damn, 300 bands. I paid like $180 for this like Canon T5i, and then I just had to find like Rokinon and Canon lenses for it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to find a 20 millimeter lens so I don't have to like look like this, because like, look at that, oh my God, you can see my titties, right? You can actually see a little bit more of me and a little bit more of the room. I'm assuming like my base camera on like 1X is like a 20 millimeter. I don't know, but I'm kind of like rambling off too much. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been. You know, hopefully that was a little bit enjoyable, I suppose, because again, like, we're just doing an update video. I honestly don't know what to do with this channel. Probably do some commentary, gameplay videos, and then some film stuff like I'm doing here on the side. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next stuff, I guess. And as always, guys, it has been your boy, Deuces.